Hey everybody, it's me, John Ward, and welcome back to another Dark Park Film Reviews. And on this video, we are going to be looking at some recent Funko Pop purchases. OGP was out here, and we got to hang out with Matt, and we went to Zia Records on Eastern, which is actually the Zia Records I kind of prefer. I think they're a little more organized. But I'm going to have to go check the one on Rainbow because I think they have better, well, they might have better discounts on Funko Pops. They have a lot of kind of red sticker, 50% off pops there. And I didn't see a lot of that over at Eastern, but I don't know. I just kind of like Eastern better. And OGP and Matt went off to go do kind of their own thing. I think OGP was looking at movies. I was just dedicated to Funko Pops. I have been Funko Pop crazy lately. And so that's all I've been doing. And I've been trying to grab pops that are cheap. You know, they could be a hate purchase, or they could be, I guess if I'm using hate, a love purchase. So on here, the ones that I picked up are a combination of both. But I'm not going to say what is what, because I'm going to leave the hate purchases for a different video. And then the love purchases at some point down the road will probably be, you know, its own video. But I have what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have 11 to show. And I think that they're interesting. So let's get this party started, or this Funko Pop party started. The first one here, and these are in no order at all. It's just kind of how I randomly put them on my cart. But the first one I got is the Batman, and it's the Riddler. I think he looks pretty good there. I like that he's holding. At first, I thought maybe he's holding like a wrench, but no, that's the tape that he uses. And I like that. I like the Batman. I'm a big fan of that. It's a little long, but I enjoyed it. And I like this version of the Riddler. We haven't seen him before. So there's kind of a full picture of him there. And these are all the different ones. So there's 3 different Batman. You also get Catwoman. You get, well, I guess he would become the Penguin, but Oswald Cobblepot. And then there's also a picture of the Riddler there. And this is $11.92. So I'm digging him. This one I really like. This is part of the Marvel What If series. So this is from the animated series that they did. I really like this. So this is, so you could probably tell by my tone that this is not a hate purchase, but this is Zombie Falcon. You can kind of see it there, like on this side here, like right in here. See if I can get it better without the glare. His hand is missing. Yeah, like most of his arm is missing. I also like that his glasses are shattered. He's got that kind of zombie skin tone, and it's hard to see here. Well, it's better probably to see on the side, but yeah, there you go. So you can see that his hand is kind of like reaching out. The wings are a little messed up. So I thought this one was really cool. So there's like a better picture. There's a few of the zombie what ifs. So you have Zombie Captain America, Zombie Falcon, Zombie Scarlet Witch, Zombie Iron Man, and then Zombie Hunter Spidey, which looks a little more like, you know, Doctor Strange. The Zombie Captain America looks okay. Not sure if I care about Scarlet Witch or Iron Man, though. But I might get the zombie Captain America at some point. Not really sure if I care about, even though I love Spider-Man, I'm not sure if I care about Zombie Hunter Spidey. But it is Spider-Man, so who knows? So, but I really like his colors and his detail. I just think that he's very cool looking. This is one that I would like to kind of find out of box, and I would display it. But I never take mine out of the box and display them. If they come in a box, they stay in a box. There's no reason to take them out unless, you know, special circumstances or whatever. But yeah, this has actually kind of inspired me to watch the What If series. I think there's a couple seasons of it. So yeah, maybe we'll check that out. This one took me a second to get. And are these any? No, those look just like regular, because this is a Hot Topic exclusive. So this is DC Superheroes. Oh, and the What If, the Zombie Falcon is $9.42. This is DC Superheroes 276. It's Owlman. And it took me a second, like, I know Owlman. Where do I know Owlman from? And there's nothing, it's just him on the back looking like that. And he is from, I want to say, Injustice. I know the animated version, and I believe it's Injustice, where it's a different Batman, it's a different Superman, it's a different Wonder Woman. They're from like I don't know, an alternate universe or multi-universe. And the Batman version in that universe is Owlman. And I thought, oh, okay, I really enjoyed that. So let me pick this up. And he just kind of has his fists out there. It's a little hard to see inside the box. But I like that, because I like getting these kind of alternate versions of things. I'll be doing a video soon of the Marvel and DC characters that are kind of like a half and half. So they're half one thing, half a different thing, or it's an alternate version of one. But I really enjoyed this. As at first I thought, is this Watchmen? I thought, no, it's not Watchmen. But so I think I'm getting the animated film right, which is Injustice. But if I'm not, it's one of the animated movies where they go into like an alternate dimension. And then that would be their version of Batman. This I picked up, one, because of the last name, Ward. So this is Daryl Ward from Bright, that Netflix series. This is Will Smith. And if you remember way back in the day, there was this great sci-fi film called Alien Nation with James Caan. And it's basically aliens come to Earth. I think they're supposed to be like refugees or something. You know, their planet was dying or got destroyed. And then they come to Earth, and then they try to assimilate. And one of them is a cop that's with James Caan. It's a buddy movie, a buddy alien movie. And that is, even though I haven't seen this, I now want to. But I think this is the same idea, is that he's teamed up with an alien, but I don't know how they get to Earth or whatever. But I did like that it's Ward. I do now have a few Will Smith ones, but they're more Michael Bay related. And on here, there are 4 characters. So that's the alien there. I'm assuming it's an alien. I'm pretty sure it's meant to be an alien. And then there's 2 other characters here. I did see on eBay, someone is selling all of them together. And I think one of them is like an exclusive, but I'm not sure. It's one of the women, but I'm not sure which one. But I think I'm going to, if I like it, maybe I'll watch it tonight. But If I like it, I want to get the alien to go along with it. But it's kind of it's not a bad Funko. I mean, it's just, you know, Will Smith in his police uniform. He's holding up a rifle, so it's okay. You know, if I like the movie, then it goes into the love category. If I hate the movie, then it goes into a hate purchase. So it works out. Some of these I'm not really sure why I got, but I did. One reason or another at the time. This one is Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantum Mania. And as many of us know, I guess up until the Marvels, this was one of the lowest grossing Marvel movies. It kicked off, I could be wrong. No, it kicked off phases 1, 2, 3, 4. I believe it kicked off phase 5 because then it was supposed to become the Kang dynasty, and Kang is kind of throughout 5, and then that got removed. And now it's Avengers Doomsday. So I think Quantumania is the first film in phase 5, and it's supposed to introduce Kang, who's Jonathan Majors, and some bad stuff with him happened, and they immediately just got rid of that whole thing, which is unfortunate because there is I guess like a script that got released, and there's a whole video on what if they were going to do the Kang Dynasty movie, and they kind of go through the script, and I think the script sounds great. I have no idea. I know little bits and pieces about, you know, Avengers Doomsday, but I don't know. I think Kang Dynasty, that script, if that is the real script, sounded great. So it's very unfortunate. But this is the worst character in Quantumania. This is Cassie Lang. This is Ant-Man's daughter. And she is an absolute Mary Sue. Oh, you can probably tell by how I'm saying this about where this lands on the hate-love spectrum. She is just perfect. Like, everything about her is perfect. And that is awful, because she has no, you know, there's nothing, she can't improve. If you're going to just make a character like Rey from Star Wars absolutely perfect, then they have no faults. They can't grow at all. And even though the actress is hot, I think that she is by far the worst thing in Quantumania. His daughter, Cassie, Ant-Man's daughter, I believe, is in Ant-Man, but like a little kid. And then she's more grown up in Ant-Man and the Wasp. And then we get her as like a teenager. And I have nothing against the actress at all. Nothing. I believe she was also in Freaky with Vince Vaughn, that Freaky Friday horror version. And I liked her in that. Most of the time when I have a problem with something in the Marvel universe, it's writing. It's not the actors. So so I got this just because she's the worst. This is, out of the 3 Ant-Man movies, this is by far the worst one. I think I am more akin to liking Ant-Man and the Wasp, as if I had to choose between the 3 as my favorite. So this is, yeah. And you can see on the back here, there is Kang. And I do have an autographed Funko Pop from Jonathan Majors of Kane. And she's just kind of, just kind of standing there, hand on her hip. Not very exciting. So that's Cassie. Well, I might as well do these two, since these are also Ant-Man. So let's see, where is Cassie? Why do I feel like I'm missing one? I am. I'm missing one. I have two. Oh, wait. Here it is. Okay. So we'll start with this one. Sorry about that. I forgot that I set this over here. So this is also Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. This is MODOK. So this is what he looks more like in the comic book. There he is. He's right there. And this is a heavy Funko Pop. It's cool looking. He's kind of sitting on, you could see it here. Well, or is it here? But here, he's kind of like, because he kind of flies through the air, moves through the air. And this is like a little kind of like jet stream or smoke or whatever you want to call it, exhaust coming from the bottom of his chair or suit. And he's 1140. Cassie Lang is 1167. So they're the same ones on the back, but yeah, I don't know. But they're really, of course, this one, the Cassie one, does say exclusive Marvel Collector Corpse. And that's 1167 and 1140. Wow, these are really far off for being in the same movie. Okay. But so that's him more in, I don't know, more in his costume, I guess you could say. And then this is him out of the costume. And this is once again Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. This is 1262. This is Funko 2023 Summer Convention Limited Edition. And this is him with his mask off. So when this opens, he looks like that, like this one. But that's more comic book wise. In the movie, he looked like absolute shit. He was laughable. It was awful of how he looks in the movie. Put that one there. Put this one up here. This actually looks really good in comparison. And this doesn't have his like the exhaust coming out of it. He's just kind of in the air. See? Then on this one, yeah, so he's got the exhaust. And he's not added, I guess because this is a limited edition, he's not added to the back. And Cassie is not added to the back either, because it looks like they're both some sort of like limited edition or exclusive. All right. And then, so this is She-Hulk Attorney at Law. And as many of you know, I think that is, I'm trying to figure out which is the worst Marvel TV show. Is it She-Hulk? Is it Ironheart? Is it Secret Invasion? I'm not really sure, but because they're all bad. But I enjoyed, in a bad way, Ironheart. I did enjoy, in a bad way, Secret Invasion. I've seen those all the way through. I've only seen the first episode of She-Hulk Attorney at Law, and I just went, done, done. So this is 1303 exclusive Marvel Collector's Corpse. What I have found with these type of ones, and at times I can find them and at times I can't, is it's a box. And I'm going to show off these boxes in a video. And inside the box, you normally get like 2 Funko Pops. There could be like a bobblehead figure, maybe. You get like different things. Different, boxes have different items in them. You could get a T-shirt, a poster, like a little pin, different things like that. But that's what I found with these type of stuff. But sometimes I don't find them. So maybe they're also sold separately. But this is Kevin. So it's Kevin. And this is meant to be Kevin Feige. And it's a robot. It even has, it's hard to see here. Maybe they didn't. In the show, so basically the head writer, and I forget what her name is. I'm not going to look it up. I don't care that much. But the head writer wanted Kevin Feige to be in the final episode. He said no. Kind of tells you something about the show. And she did, this is, all allegedly, this is just what I've seen online, is that she just like kind of threatened him and stuff like that. And I guess manipulated and finally got him to give the okay to the Kevin robot. In the show, and like I said, I can't tell if it's on here or not. His hat, there's a little thing on there that says Kevin. It's that little piece that's right up here says Kevin. And it has a baseball cap on it because Kevin Feige always wears baseball caps. And what it is that She-Hulk talks to this Kevin. This is probably the most expensive one out of all of these that I purchased. And it was $9.99. So it wasn't that expensive, but I wanted this because it's She-Hulk, but also because it's this weird Kevin robot. And so I have out of these, let's see if I can, this She-Hulk that's in kind of like a jumpsuit. That's the very first one I bought, the very first hate purchase that I bought. Then there's She-Hulk in like a gown. There's Jennifer before she's She-Hulk. There's Abomination. I have Abomination. So I have that She-Hulk, that She-Hulk. I have Abomination. There's Hulk. I do have Wong. I like that it's got the thing that he creates, like that zone or void or whatever it is that he can walk in and out. There's also Titana and Nikki. I don't think I care about them that much. I would get Hulk and maybe Jennifer if they were cheap. But this I just thought was interesting enough that I would pay. I don't like going above $11.99. $11.99 is the normal price that you would pay for a Funko Pop. And this was $9.99, so I felt okay with getting it, even though it was probably more when it first came out. And maybe this is discounted because it's Zia. But I think this idea of if you go online and look at the story behind this, it's pretty crazy that the head writer, showrunner was not fired. I guess with She-Hulk being canceled after the first season, they don't have to worry about that. But yeah. So this is 1303. Yeah, these are all in the 11s. So I don't even know where this would fall as far as other figures go. Okay. Oh, and then since we're on that, She-Hulk, Oh, these are so. This is just She-Hulk. This is She-Hulk Attorney at Law. So this is Wong, and this is 1131, and then this one is 1303. So it's weird. They got different titles up there, like different font used, and they're way off. So I really have no idea where this sits. But Wong, I got, and I probably wouldn't normally get Wong. I mean, I like the actor. He's fine. I like him in the shows and the movies. But I like that he has this. This is that field that opens up and he can walk through it. And you can see one foot is on one side, one foot is on the other. So he's walking through it right, right there. And they put that in here. You can kind of see it. It's like yellow right there. And I like that they included this with the figure. Let's see it right there. But I do find it interesting. Yeah, because I think my other She-Hulks, yeah, so that means all of these would all have that type of lettering. Yeah, and then they changed it to here, but they're all the same figures. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what else they would. Well, I guess they could do Hulk's kid that looks like shit. The CGI on this is awful. Oh God, all this stuff is all the Marvel stuff these days just sucks with the CGI. And then this is Captain Marvel. It's 431. This is Talos. And I wasn't sure if I had this or not, but I didn't want to drive all the way back to Zia if I didn't have it. Zia from where I live now is 30 minutes away, maybe a little longer. The Zia that is on Rainbow is only about 12 minutes away. But this one I think is interesting because it has the sticker on it. And it says new low price, limited quantities, $5. And then on the top here, right here, it says $3.99. And if you've been following me, you know I love the stickers on stuff, especially when it's a bad movie. I don't care if it made $1 billion, which it did. This only made $1 billion because it was in between the two Avengers movies. And we were manipulated and told you have to see Captain Marvel to understand Endgame. No, you didn't. Not at all. But I picked it. It's Captain Marvel. The movie itself is fine. It's okay. I don't hate it. I'm not even sure if you could call this a hate purchase, maybe. But I mean, I like Brie. I've liked her since Scott Pilgrim. There's a better picture of him there. He is just kind of standing there, though. Wish they do something a little more, interesting. So on the back, it's got like the A for Avengers. So you get Captain Marvel, and I do have a couple Captain Marvels. They have to be from this movie. It can't just be regular Marvel, like Captain Marvel. And then there's Goose the Cat. I would get Goose the Cat. I'd have to see. There's Veers, Nick Fury, Young Rogue, Maria Rambeau, and Talos. So I'd probably pick up a couple of these. The thing with Captain Marvel is way back in the day when they were doing the old movie serials, like in the 40s. Captain Marvel and Shazam were the same thing. and then they got divided up, I guess, between DC and Marvel. The little kid Billy would yell Shazam, and that's when he would get hit by like the lightning bolt and then turn into Captain Marvel. Now the character is just Shazam, and he just has to say Shazam, and he turns into Shazam, and then this is just Captain Marvel. So a little bit of trivia for you if you didn't know it. But yeah, tell us. And my last one, this is one that, oh, no. Yes, but this is the last one. It's not what I thought it was, but it is the last one. So this is David Levinson, who would be Jeff Goldblum. This is Independence Day Resurgence. This is number 300. And I got this because Independence Day Resurgence is awful. It's really bad. They were going to do an ongoing series. I guess they were going to make a few more movies, and Resurgence bombed so badly that they chose not to. I did find Jake Morrison, so I have him, and I do want to get the Alien Warrior. There's only 3. So this is 300, and then Jake Morrison is 299, and then the Alien Warrior is 301. So I figure since I have 2, I might as well pick up the Alien Warrior because it does look pretty cool. So once again, he's just kind of standing there. I don't know what you would have some of these characters do. Get his head in there. But I do like the glasses on him. The glasses look pretty good. I mean, for just like a regular figure, he's fine. He's got his fist all done up. But I'm telling you, man, Funko Pop will do, or just Funko will do anything. So I hope they don't go out of business because they just keep making so much stuff that I don't think a lot of people care about. And of course, you want to make this stuff before the movies or TV shows come out, just in case they're a huge hit. But yeah, that's all of them. That's everything I got from Zia. And I didn't know that OGP and Matt were waiting for me. I figured that I was being actually quick, and I wasn't, because I wasn't looking at movies. I figured, well, I'm just going to look at Funko Pop. So I kind of took my time, and they were, they just wanted to get out of there. They came for what they wanted to get. And we had other stuff that we wanted to go do. But for me, even just kind of casually looking through the Funko Pops, which in my opinion, there's a few stands that are front and back. I think there's 4 of them. For me, there isn't that much. And I kind of have a system of how I shift things around that I think is pretty quick. But I guess it wasn't. So sorry, guys. But we still got to do what we wanted to do. Everything worked out. And I got the Funko Pops that I wanted. I did want to get, and they had down there, they had 2 different versions of the Evil Queen from the new Snow White, the Rachel Zegler Snow White. And I was going to pick up either one or both if they were discounted, but they were both $11.99. And I'm not willing to pay that for Snow White, especially when I got the Snow White figure that I wanted for like $6. It was 50% off at the other Zia. So, it's just waiting. All this stuff will come down in price. But that's it for now. That's it. There'll be more Funko Pop videos coming up. And I hope you guys like these. And if you like Funkos, let me know down at the bottom. If you like some, let me know. Out of these here that I've shown, if you like some, let me know. If you hate some, let me know. I still don't think people, get my whole hate purchase thing, but it's very fun for me to do. And I love it. At times I like getting the hate purchases more than like the the good ones, the love ones, because it's just sometimes they're so ridiculous. And I am on the fence right now on eBay. There is an Ironheart Funko Pop of Riri Williams signed by the actress, and it's cheap. And it's not a lot of the Ironheart Funkos that you find of Ironheart are from Wakanda Forever, which I don't want. I want Ironheart, the TV show Ironheart, and that's what this is from. I am so tempted to get this. The guy gave me $10 off of the original price. He sent me an offer, and I have like another day or two, I think, to accept it or not. And I am just like, I want it. I want it. It's done in like a really nice thick pen. It's a good color, and I want that. And that could sit right next to, you know, the signed Kane. It can go right next to the signed Spider-Woman, and now it would be a signed Ironheart. So I'm hoping. I'm really hoping that I do it, and I'll just be eating cup of noodles, I guess, until I get paid again. But yeah, we'll see. So, all right, everybody, thanks a lot. I really appreciate this. And I will see you on the next video. Okay.